Welcome to Corvette Today, the podcast that talks about everything Corvette, with your host Steve Garrett, MC and DJ at one of the largest Corvette weekends in the country, Corvette Fun Fest, president of the Corvette Club of Kansas City, Missouri, and radio disc jockey at the #1 radio station in Kansas City for over 40 years. Here's Steve Garrett.
Thanks for listening to Corvette Today, the podcast that talks about everything Corvette. Brought to you by Mid-America Motorworks. Car show season is here. Get your Corvette ready by shopping over 60,000 Corvette-specific parts and accessories at mamotorworks.com. I'm your host, Steve Garrett. I appreciate you tuning in. You can listen to Corvette Today on all podcast platforms. You can also listen on your smart device. Just say Alexa or Hey Google, play the podcast called Corvette Today, and you're connected. Also, visit the Corvette Today website. It's CorvetteTodayPodcast.com. And while you're there, make sure you visit the Corvette Today merchandise store. You can also sign up for Corvette Today emails, notifications, and updates at CorvetteToday.ck.page. And don't forget, join the Corvette Today Facebook group. And I'd love to have you as a member as well. And don't forget about the YouTube channel now for Corvette Today. See all your favorite Corvette Today podcasts now on YouTube. First, I'd like to thank our flagship sponsors of Corvette Today, AEROLARRI Wheels, a true forged wheel with over 20 unique design styles to choose from for your C8 and wide-body versions of the C7, C6, and C5 Corvette. It's an absurd value starting at only $19.88 for a set of 4 fully forged wheels. And now use the new promo code CT111. That's CT111 and get $100 off your purchase. Visit AEROLARRI.com. That's AEROLARRI.com with the new promo code CT111 for your $100 discount. Also, MidEngineCorvetteForum.com, the forum that focuses on the new mid-engine C8 Corvette. Meet a lot of fellow Corvette enthusiasts like yourself at MidEngineCorvetteForum.com. Also, a shout out to CanadianCorvetteForum.com, welcoming Corvette owners from around the world. Now that spring is here and summer is right around the corner, it's time to gear up for car show season and Corvette road trips. There's no better way to do that than with our Corvette Today vendor showcase. Now, if you take road trips with your Corvette, you're going to want to talk to my first guest. It's Andrew from Novistretch joining me on the show. Andrew, welcome to Corvette Today.
Hey, Steve. Thank you so much for the invitation and really appreciate the opportunity to visit with you.
You bet. Now, if someone asks you what Novistretch is, in a nutshell, how would you describe the company?
Well, Novistretch is a patented stretch-to-fit protective cover that we designed as an alternative to traditional bras or clear film to protect the paint and finish on our Corvettes.
How did the company come to be?
Years ago, we had gone to Bowling Green to take museum delivery on our 99 fixed roof coupe. The first accessory we bought and took with us was an old style vinyl bra.
Oh, yeah.
When we got there, we realized it was going to be a serious hassle to install it. So we just tossed it in the trunk, which took up a lot of space, and headed home. And suffice it to say that we never ended up installing it and thought, well, there has to be a better and easier way. So we began to experiment in the shop with some ideas we had. We wanted a cover that would be really easy to install, equally easy to remove, and something we could quickly put on when we needed, but take it off and store it when we didn't. Of course, we needed to provide a level of protection that we needed both for local and highway driving, and needed to fit really well so that it could not only look good, but that it wouldn't rub or chafe the paint. After a lot of trial and error, we had a design that that really worked well for us. And as our friends in the club saw it, they began to ask if we would make one for them. We saw a need for something we wanted. Then what started as a club business began to grow.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it grew specifically because of the support of clubs and the Corvette community, something I'm sure you can relate to. The support of the Corvette community can really help a small business survive and grow and help create a #1 podcast.
There you go. That's absolutely right. Andrew, what are some of the common questions you get about Novistretch covers?
As Novistretch began to take off, we got, and still tend to get a few regular questions because it is a little different than what folks are used to or expect. We tend to get questions like, what is it made from? Will it scratch the paint? What level of protection or how does it install? And what about things like if I have a splitter? So Novistretch is made from a synthetic stretch mesh material that is not unlike swimsuit material. We chose this specifically because it will provide a tight fit, contour fit without rubbing or chafing the paint. And the stretch allows it to accommodate pretty much any factory or aftermarket splitter or ground effects accessory. The mask installs simply by replacing a number of factory screws with snap head screws that we supply, and then the mask just snaps on and off. While it's not as heavy as an old vinyl bra, the mask is really designed to handle the 99% stuff that we all see in our everyday kind of driving and trips. Bugs, small stones, gravel, rotar, and stuff of that nature.
Yeah. You know, the manufacturing challenges are kind of a common story these days with 2 years of COVID and everything. How did Novistretch come through COVID?
That is true for sure. Being made in the U.S. really helped during the pandemic. It kept us in production, and it really helped us avoid supply line issues. It's nice when doing what we feel is the right thing also provides some unanticipated benefits. And again, the support of clubs and partners who value small business have been huge in helping us through this very unusual time.
Yeah, that's true. Also, Andrew, tell me what generations of Corvette Novistretch makes bras or masks for.
Sure. We currently offer both masks and mirror covers for all trims of C5 through C8. We're working our way backwards with a Novistretch for the C4 on the horizon.
You also make Novistretch masks for other cars and also motorcycles. What other cars do you make product for?
We do. We have focused mainly on American muscle. So in addition to the Corvette, we have covers available for Camaro, Mustang, Challenger, Charger, and Harley Davidson. And we're working to extend that line as well. We've been getting an awful lot of requests.
That's really cool. Now, if somebody wants to reach you, Andrew, how can they get in touch with you?
We can, of course, be reached through our website, novistretch.com. We can be found on Facebook. If folks want to reach out to us with a question or would like to send us an image of their car with a Novistretch on it. We are also available through great partners such as the National Corvette Museum and pretty much all major Corvette parts and accessories retailers.
Well, buddy, I'll tell you what, I swear by my Novistretch bra. Even though I have paint protection film on the nose of my Corvette, I still use my Novistretch bra. I swear by it. These things are fantastic. Andrew, thank you so much for taking time to be on Corvette Today.
Well, thank you so much, Stephen. We swear by the Corvette Today podcast.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk with another vendor here on the Spring Showcase on Corvette Today.
The Radiator Grill store offers protection for your C8's front radiators and side intakes. They also carry front strut tower covers to prevent rusting and pooling water, all with do-it-yourself installation. Get 10% off your total purchase with promo code CT10. See the full line of products at radiatorgrillstore.com.
Mid-America Motorworks has been the industry leader and aftermarket supplier and manufacturer of Corvette replacement parts and accessories since 1974. We have what you need for all years and generations of Corvette. Whether you need a door panel or seat cover for your C1 Corvette, or the latest shirt, jacket, hat, or lifestyle accessory to complement your new C8, you can get it at Mid-America Motorworks. So if you're restoring, repairing, replacing, or simply researching your Corvette, Mid-America Motorworks is the place to go. Visit our website at mamotorworks.com and shop Corvettes by generation or specific year. Or call us Monday through Saturday toll-free at 800-500-1500 and talk to one of our Corvette experts to help you get the right part or accessory. Pursue your passion with Mid-America Motorworks.
VetteFinders.com is the Internet's original Corvette classified ads website, with classified ads starting at just $25. And every ad runs until your Corvette is sold. If you're in the market for a Corvette, VetteFinders.com has over 500 Corvettes for sale from all around the USA and Canada and covering all 8 generations. Visit VetteFinders.com, the Internet's destination for buying and selling Corvettes. That's VETTE Finders.com.
This is the Corvette Today podcast with Steve Garrett.
Hey, thanks for listening or tuning in on YouTube. Corvette Today, the podcast that talks about everything Corvette. Brought to you by Mid-America Motorworks. Car show season is here. Get your Corvette ready by shopping over 60,000 Corvette-specific parts and accessories at MAMotorWorks.com. I'm your host, Steve Garrett. Next on the Vendor Showcase, if you own a C8 or are purchasing a C8, Eric from the Radiator Grille store is here to talk about their products. Eric, welcome to Corvette Today.
Steve, thank you so much for having us on Corvette Today. Really glad to be here. This is fantastic. I'd love to be able to reach out to your listeners today.
That's great. Eric, talk about the story of how you started the Radiator Grille store. What was the motivation?
Great question. We had our own cars, our Porsche. We typically started with Porsche 911s, and we noticed that they had very vulnerable lower condensers, lower radiators. These are sports cars. Their condensers are very low to the ground, and they grab everything from cigarette butts to small animals to leaves. And those leaves and everything get in there, and they collect a whole bunch of water, and it turns acidic and starts eating away at the bottom of these condensers. So we wanted to create something that had an OEM look, so it looked like it came from the factory like that, and it also provided a protection while also being a value proposition to the do-it-yourselfer. So you didn't have to remove your bumper or do too much modification to your car, no permanent modifications, and it was easily reversible. So we wanted to create that product. We did it for ourselves, and we started posting it on the internet. And then somebody said, ooh, can you make me one? And it started like that, and it was just word of mouth, and here we are, RadiatorGrilleStore.com.
That's fantastic. Now, obviously, you make products specifically for the C8 Corvette, and you make product for the Porsche, too. What other cars do you make products for as well?
We have products that mostly take care of most water-cooled Porsches. We have the C8 Corvette because we noticed that right away that had the same exact supercar, performance car problems that the 911 had, that the Boxsters, the Caymans have. And we also are branching out. We also are looking at BMW, the M3, the M4 competitions, the X3, X4M competitions. We have Honda S2000. And we also reach out to listeners like yours that if you have a car and it makes a business sense for us that needs these type of products, please reach out to us, and we're able to work with you and create grills at a deep discount for you for helping us develop, and we can get that product out to the customer.
That's really cool. Walk our listeners through the protection that's provided for the C8 along with the installation process, because I know, like you said, you don't have to take off bumpers or grills or anything. How long does it take to do all this and put these in the C8 Corvette?
So C8 Corvette, a little bit more unique than our Porsche products. Our Porsche products are typically no removal of any trim pieces. The Corvette has a little bit more involved install where we have to get underneath the vehicle. We're going to remove 8 screws on one side of the vehicle, and then we're going to remove the rain drip tray, and then we're going to slide the grills up. We're going to secure them and then replace those bolts.
So it's an easy process.
It's pretty simple. It's really developed for the do-it-yourselfer. Easy install, no permanent modifications, not messing with any bolts or anything like that. And you're done in 30 to 40 minutes, and you've got them in place.
That's perfect. Now, Eric, do you have plans to expand your Corvette offerings, obviously when the Z06 comes out and some other Corvette models come out?
Absolutely. We are already in development with the Z06, and if you have one of those early Z06 and would like to help us in the development, we have some prototypes ready for testing. So please reach out to us at RadiatorGrilleStore.com, and we'd be able to get a set out to you for some testing.
That's cool. Now, I know you've got a new product coming out that you wanted to kind of premiere and debut here on Corvette Today, too, didn't you?
We do. This product is really cool. This is where we're kind of branching out. So we have a parent company called EDM Motorsports. And EDM does not stand for electronic dance music in this particular instance. It stands for Eric Daniel McHugh, which is me. EDM Motorsports branded, comes in a really nice box, really nice packaging. This is going to be our C8 wind diffuser. Now, this C8 wind diffuser is made out of 3x2 carbon fiber twill. This is going to be matching your OEM carbon fiber pieces, your aftermarket carbon fiber pieces, and it has anti-wind buffeting technology. So when you're sitting there with a passenger happens to be typically my wife. She is beautiful, and she wants to stay that way on the way to a party or something, and she wants to keep that window up. but I want my window down. And you get that kind of annoying buffeting.
Right.
Well, this piece helps reduce that immensely. Plus, it installs in less than 10 minutes for both sides. No permanent modifications, no tools involved, and it looks fantastic.
That's great. When will that be out?
By the time this airs, it will be out. But I want to give Corvette Today listeners a 10% discount on these. This 10% discount, if you use code CT10, will apply to these wind diffusers. And if you wanted to add on a set of radiator grills from Radiator Grill Store, that would apply to those as well. We do have other products on the site that would not be included in this discount, but for those wind diffusers and Radiator Grill Store, radiator grills for the C8 Corvette, those will be included. Speaking
of the website, Eric, let's talk about your contact information. Let's give them the website and your social media as well.
So our website is radiatorgrillstore.com, and you can spell grill any which way you want. Grill, Grille. And that will get you to our website, radiatorgrillstore@gmail.com. Will also be our email, and our Facebook page and Instagram is Radiator Grill Store.
Perfect. Eric, thank you so much for taking time to be on Corvette Today. Love your products. When I get my C8, I'm going to get some of the radiator grill protectors as well.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Steve, and thank you so much, Corvette Today, for having me on today.
We'll take our final break now, and when we come back, we'll continue with our spring showcase here on Corvette Today.
Are you ready for a better insurance policy without the Corvette tax? With Agreed Value Protection, the value of your collector vehicle will never change. Plus, you'll save money. Get a quick quote at ncminsurance.com.
Hey, honey, are you awake?
I am now.
I can't sleep. Since turning 50, I keep dreaming of a red door and a blue door, somehow knowing there are only choices for retirement.
Okay.
Through the red door, we outlive our money. We have to rely on our kids. We're stuck on a fixed income. It's terrifying.
Yeah, that would suck.
But through the blue door, our money outlives us. We retire on our terms. Our kids stay our kids, not our caretakers. We make work optional.
Yes, that's much better. That's what I want too. But what do we do?
We call True Wealth & Company at 913-653-8783. They specialize in helping successful people make work optional. They're our fiduciary Blue Door personal wealth managers.
Hey, where are you going? It's 3 a.m.
I can't sleep. I'm going to check out True Wealth & Company online at retirewithtrue.com. That Blue Door is going to be our retirement.
913-653-8783. Visit us online at retirewithtrue.com. Investment advice offered through True Wealth & Company, LLC, a registered investment advisor in the state of Kansas. Stretch the life of your Corvette's paint with Novistretch, the performance protective cover. From bugs to rock chips, Novistretch covers protect your C5 through C8 Corvette, utilizing stretch fabric technology and an innovative fastening system for quick installation and easy removal and storage. Made in the USA for a tailored fit, the patented design and breathable mesh protects your Corvette without rubbing or chafing the paint like traditional covers. And unlike clear film or old-time car bras, Novistretch provides full front-end coverage including the grille, keeping radiators and heat exchangers clean and debris-free. Visit Novistretch.com and use the code CORVETTETODAY15 to get 15% off your order. Protect your Corvette with Novistretch.
American Hydrocarbon is your one-stop shop for custom interior, exterior, and engine bay items for your C4 through C8 Corvette. We can help you create a custom look for your Corvette with carbon fiber or 10 different color patterns and styles. Whether it's a custom-made engine cover for your new C8 mid-engine Corvette or custom-made C4 interior upgrades, American Hydrocarbon can help you transform your Corvette into a best-in-class show car. And now we're proud to announce that we can produce and distribute officially licensed GM products for the C8 Corvette. That includes the front splitter, side skirts, engine appearance panels, and engine fluid caps. Plus, we now also carry the C8 Speedline side skirts along with the engine appearance package and high wing. Our products have been featured in Vette and Corvette magazines. Give us a call, 813-476-5638. Visit our updated website at AmericanHydrocarbon.com or email us at pat@AmericanHydrocarbon.com. Let us help you make your Corvette the car you've always wanted it to be. American Hydrocarbon.
And now, back to Corvette Today with your host and my husband, Steve Garrett.
Hey, thanks for listening and watching Corvette Today, the podcast that talks about everything Corvette. Brought to you by Mid-America Motorworks. Car show season is here. Get your Corvette ready by shopping over 60,000 Corvette-specific parts and accessories at mamotorworks.com. I'm your host, Steve Garrett. My final guest on this vendor showcase is Pat Scorzetti from American Hydrocarbon. Pat, welcome to Corvette Today.
Well, good morning, Steve, and thanks for having me on.
You bet. Pat, talk about American Hydrocarbon. How long has it been around, and what generations of Corvette do you service?
I started this business as a buying and selling used Corvette parts on eBay years and years ago, and we officially kicked off American Hydrocarbon in 2009 when we registered as a LLC. We serve C4 through C8 Corvettes, and what we do is custom interior and exterior and engine bay design products to bring your car to show quality levels.
Talk a little bit more about that, Pat, because you've got an infinite amount of opportunities for interior, exterior, and engine bay. Talk about some of the things that are unique that you guys offer.
Some of the unique parts that we offer are, other than painting and applying the hydrocarbon to the OEM GM parts, we also manufacture a lot of fiberglass parts in-house, which would include battery covers, brake booster covers, plenum covers on the C7, and also the intake covers on the C5, C6 generation, and front splitters and side skirts that we also make in fiberglass.
Nice. And the beauty of this, you can custom make things for Corvette. The only limitation is really your imagination with colors and combinations, right?
That's correct, Steve. In fact, if you've seen any of the videos from the bash, I had a blue C8 on display with some of our custom products on it that were designed by the customer and produced by American Hydrocarbon.
Very nice. Now, something that's near and dear to my heart, Pat, you also do carbon fiber, carbon flash, also in a gloss and a matte finish. Talk a little bit about the carbon fiber and carbon flash stuff.
Well, the carbon flash is a black metallic color that was introduced, I think, on the Carbon Edition C6 model that GM came out with. And I believe the new C8 70th anniversary is carbon flash metallic, which is a nice black metallic, kind of glistens in the sun, but it's very, very black.
Yeah.
And we also were able to mimic the matte finish that was available in the C7 with the introduction of the carbon fiber dash panel that was available from GM. But we all know that GM has done this on several generations, and they kind of neglected the rest of the interior of the car. And that's where we come in. We were able to get the parts from GM, apply the hydrocarbon to them, either in the gloss or the matte finish, which matches the GM finish. So now the customers can complete the interior look of their car rather than just the one piece that GM offers.
And it's gorgeous, and you have so much more opportunities for carbon fiber and also carbon flash because you offer so much more. Also, the feather in your cap now, you carry officially licensed GM products for the C8 now.
That's correct, Steve. We were awarded a license from GM for 5 of the products that we manufactured. That would be the front splitter, the side skirts, the engine appearance panels, and the engine cap covers, which also are licensed for C5, C6, and C7 generations to use the flag logo on the caps.
Very nice. Now, also, let's talk about some of the unique items that American Hydrocarbon offers, like the Stingray R products and the C8R items as well.
Well, now that we're licensed from GM, we have been given a file full of their C8 trademarked logos, which are the ones that we're using on the products now. So the C8R edition Corvette that came out, there was 1,000 of each, I think, of the 2 different colors. So we came out with the C8R edition engine appearance panels that have the C8R and the Jake Racing mascot logo on those, as well as these front splitters and side skirts that can coordinate so all that matches.
That's awesome. Pat, talk about your contact information, your website, telephone number, and social media.
The website is AmericanHydrocarbon.com. The phone number on the website is 813-476-5638. You can call me Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Anything after 8 a.m., 6 p.m. Eastern Time will be replied to as soon as possible, maybe even the same day. Social media, we do. GoDaddy does all of our social media, so they do posts for us on Instagram, Facebook.
Well, buddy, thank you so much for taking time to be on Corvette Today. I really appreciate it, getting everybody up to date and current on what you guys offer.
Well, thank you, Steve. Thanks for having me. And I know we did some work on your car, which you showed me when we were at the bash, and I was very impressed with how it all came together.
It looks fantastic. I love the stuff, buddy.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks for listening to Corvette Today, and please be sure to tell your family, friends, and other Corvette enthusiasts about the Corvette Today podcast. And also thanks to our sponsors, Mid-America Motorworks. Car show season is here. Get your Corvette ready by shopping over 60,000 Corvette-specific parts and accessories at mamotorworks.com. American Hydrocarbon at AmericanHydrocarbon.com. True Wealth & Company at RetireWithTrue.com. Also, AEROLARRI Wheels. Get $100 off your purchase with the new promo code CT111 at AEROLARRI.com. Also, Novistretch Bras. Use the code Corvette Today 15 and get 15% off your total purchase at Novistretch.com.
You've been listening to Corvette Today with Steve Garrett. If you'd like to contact Steve with any thoughts on the podcast or ideas for guests on Corvette Today, you can email him at stevegarrettdj@gmail.com. That's stevegarrettdj@gmail.com. Garrett has 2 R's and 2 T's. Or connect with Steve on social media on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram using @SteveGarrettDJ. Thanks again for listening to Corvette Today.